What's up, my fellow comic book readers? Guys, I got the Marvel hat on. We got some Marvel comics to talk about. I enjoyed what I read this morning. I'll tell you my one controversial take. We'll start off with that, okay? Storm is not for the average reader, okay? I guess I read a little bit more than the average reader, so I'm a little bit above average, right? But I've never been a X-Men reader or big into the Storm lore or anything. I was so confused reading this. There's just so many mentions of gods and planets and just there's so much going on in here. I might have to reread this entire run, or maybe I need to go back and read a different run that explains this, or a couple thousand comics that combined into this. This is the end. I think it picks up with Rogue Storm, which is going to combine what Rogue's doing and what Storm doing now. So, confused, okay? It was good writing. I really enjoyed the writing. The art in it is beautiful. I'm not complaining about the comic. I think there's too much going on for me to fully. I felt like I was reading it for the sake of reading it and not understanding. All right, I'm rambling about that one. Let's talk about Silver Surfer. This was the end. 4 and 5. 5 wrapped it up. I thought this was a great setup for the movie. I think Norrin Radd doing what he did. I don't want to ruin it for anybody, but this was a great run. There was an issue in the run that was kind of okay, are we going to talk about Silver Surfer but this, fantastic. 8 out of 10 if I had to give it a star. I really enjoyed it. Imperial concluded really, there was a lot going on in here, and I think it wrapped it up. Kind of left it open, a little bit vague, but then at the end it announces there's 6 new comics that are going to be spawning off of this. One of them, is already out, She-Hulk, so that's fantastic. I really liked where that ended. And then last but not least, Black Cat issue number 2 and number 3. This is a fantastic issue. Story that they're building is Black Cat going from being a cat burglar bad guy to kind of trying to test the waters of being a good guy, and neither side's really happy with her. The heroes are kind of not really trusting her and kind of stealing her thunder, and then the bad guys are kind of you turncoat, you traitor, you blah 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 blah, and then they're trying to issue 3 kind of ended. You can see who's on the cover there. The way it ended, I thought was, I'm excited to see what number 4 brings us. So Marvel, I think Marvel has a lot of good comics. Because I know I did a negative review of Marvel a couple days ago, and I think it was just I picked up the wrong 5 books at one time. You know what I mean? But guys, I recommend all of those comics. But even if you're not going to read all those comics, pick up something, read it, stimulate that mind, and have a great day.